pixel supremacy. I'll be your host, Melanie Mack, and I'm going to make sure everybody plays by the rules. You can call me the Thumpire. That's right, I went there. Today, 4 international teams will battle it out in an action-packed tournament as they play Splatoon 2, the third-person shooter where the objectives change depending on the game mode. Sometimes it's about covering the most ground in ink, sometimes it's about maintaining the splat zone the longest, and sometimes it's just about splatting your opponent into oblivion. Who will be the first ever Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational Champion? The teams are on their way. Wait a minute. Did you hear that? Look! That must be them now! 4 regional Splatoon tournaments on the Wii U were held around the world. Teams from Japan, USA, France, and Australia won the chance to compete in the first ever Splatoon 2 tournament in Los Angeles. Let's meet the teams. It's the Blue Ring Dr. Links, Rising Moon, Dynamute, and Deadbeat. There it is, folks! This is what everyone's playing for, the Splatoon Sterling Squid. The winning team will have their names etched on its side, so generations of Inklings can gaze upon their glory for years to come. First, a round robin will pit each team against each other in turf war mode. All teams will make it to the semifinals for a best of 5 in a series of game modes. Then, the top 2 teams will face off in a best of 7 grand finals where they'll battle it out in all 4 game modes. Right after the break, the games begin. It's Dynamute versus Rising Moon for the first game of the day. But first, let's get to know them. It's the French team, Rising Moon. Wearing their matching red shades and waving at? Who knows? This talented team emerged from the European Splatoon competition after defeating the best Splatoon squads Europe had to offer.
It would be a really good surprise if we win the tournament. I'm very happy about it.
Look, they're doing their signature pose. Looking good, fellas. Team Dynamute from Japan is here to win. They emerged from a huge Japanese talent pool of over 700 teams. After losing a key team member, they recruited the best of the best, Dynamon, nicknamed for his formidable roller talents. Team Dynamute is the team to beat.
ダイナモンって言ったらよりプラス肝心なところでのキルでそこはもう超頼りになるかなって思ってます。
Can you tell us why you're wearing a mask?
そうですね、僕はまあ忍者なので、命の危険があるので、ちょっと顔隠してひっそりと行くことですよね。
We're getting set for our first match. I'm Jordan Kent. I'll be your spray-by-spray host for this tournament. Joining me on my left, we have Ashley Esqueda, our lead splatolist, and on her left, our inkspert from Nintendo Treehouse, Eric Smith. We've got Turf War on Starfish main stage.
Turf War is all about putting ink on the ground. It's not necessarily about splatting your opponent. It's about having the most ink at the end of the round.
Dynamute in the pink, Rising Moon in the yellow. We start to see Rising Moon with the majority of the ink in the middle of this map. They're going to look to try to make a push into Dynamute territory here. Dynamon with the absolutely terrific splat on Seibu in mid-air. Dynamute with a little bit of an advantage. 4-0 on the field right now.
Dynamon's going to be able to get a lot of ink on the ground.
Dynamute starting to get into the Rising Moon territory as we see some tensive missiles from Kakashino being deployed. 10 seconds left. It's going to be close. Another splash for Dynamon. Dynamute doing what you need to do at the end of this match.
Dynamute is off to a great start and wins their first match of the day. It's Deadbeat versus Blue Ring Dr. Links next. But first, let's get to know the teams. Team Deadbeat from the U.S. have a look at determination and hunger. Yep, definitely hunger. They only just met in person for the first time and assembled online with one goal in mind: compete with the Japanese talent.
Japan's the best. We want to face the top level competition and just try to win.
Our is one of the best snipers in the West. Never miss his shots.
We've been practicing, we've been putting the work in. We came here to win.
It's the underdogs from down under, the Australian team, Blue Ring Dr. Links. They qualified first in the Oceanic region and now have to prove they can go squid to squid with the world's best. If they can find the competition entrance. No guys, it's that way.
Latias is the charger or sniper in our team. We can always rely on Latias to get the splat.
It'll be absolutely mind-blowing to win this tournament.
Our team is sort of seen as the underdogs. So if we make it that far, it's going to shock everyone.
Let's get set for our second match in Turf War. Blue Ring Doctorlings taking on Deadbeat. A lot of purple. The Blue Ring Doctorlings getting a bit of a push on Deadbeat. And Latius with an unbelievable splat on Wit. So impressive.
Very, very good.
Deadbeat trying to close things
And
out right here.
here it is.
Another splat. It's 4-1. Blue Ring Doctorlings, they have time for one more final push. Did they get enough? Oh,
Close.
this is going to be
Close.
And the victory for the Blue Ringed Octolings.
I don't think we actually expected to win, so it's kind of surprising. We were really hyped after that.
The Blue Ring Doctorlings off to a great start. But the two favorites, Dynamo and Deadbeat, face off next.
Our biggest competition would be Dynamo. They adapt quickly. Their comps are pretty stacked.
Dynamo kind of doing a really good job here, but Hexen, you can see, kind of taking that lower map for US for Deadbeat, and now Kakashino bringing on that slasher, and it's a splat for splat, just the same.
5 seconds left. Expect to see those specials have a bonanza the final 3 seconds. Deadbeat, did they get the push?
What's Judge got to say?
It's gonna be Dynamute.
Deadbeat was no competition for Dynamo, as they easily win and remain in top spot. Deadbeat off to a shaky start, didn't last.
Blue Ring Doctorlings, they've got Rising Moon pushed back a little bit, as it's now 4-1 on the field. 30 seconds left.
SpongeBob going down. They are at a deficit. About a minute ago, we had a completely different map. Let's see if Rising Moon can make things happen right now.
2 critical splats. Doctorlings, however, Rising Moon coming back. They've got the Blue Ring Doctorlings on their tentacles pushed back. Is it going to be enough? I see a lot of orange on
See a
this
lot
map.
of orange
Let's
down
see.
there. Rising Moon takes it and are now tied with Blue Ring Doctorlings, who unfortunately now have to take on Dynamo.
To think that this is the best Japanese team, that's kind of intimidating.
Blue Ring Doctorlings really looks like they're taking advantage of Dynamo, hanging back a little bit.
Vicky Bird getting some ink cover in the middle of the map. Going to respond back to her spot. Avoid. Not too late.
Splatted.
As Dynamo starting to make a push into Blue Ringed Octoling territory. Atubado holding things down from up top. And this is going to be a late little push from the Blue Ringed Octolings. However, critical splat by Vicky Bird.
That was a
Vicky
huge
Bird
splat.
with the splat and 2 seconds left could be Dynamo 48% to 41.
That was actually a really close match. It was only 7% difference. We were really happy with that because they're known as the turf war experts.
Close, but not close enough, as Dynamo remains undefeated with 1 match remaining in the round robin. Deadbeat versus Rising Moon. It's the last chance for Deadbeat to defend their world-class reputation and get a win before the semifinals.
Our final match in round robin play of Turf War. Tim C. Sabu trying to undo his work that he worked so hard for. Going to try and get him. Here comes the splashdown, but no. Sabu getting the splat with the Octo. Keep an eye on Andy at the bottom part of the map. Going to go one-on-one with Wit. Andy with a critical splat against Wit. Now 2-1, 3-1 on the field for Deadbeat. They've got 5 seconds left for a push. This might be enough, Tim.
A lot of yellow ink.
Down into action, and did Deadbeat get enough done late in this match? What does Judd have to say? And yes, that's going to be a victory for Deadbeat.
So that's the end of the Turf War round. Deadbeat did manage to pull off a victory right before the end there. The semifinal matchups are set. It'll be Dynamo versus Rising Moon, and Deadbeat versus Blue Ring Doctorlings. Right after the break. Welcome back. Dynamo, the #1 seed after round-robin play, taking on Rising Moon. The elimination best of 5. Game 1 will be Tower Control. Game 2 will be Splat Zone. Game 3, Rainmaker. Game 4, Turf War. And Game 5, Rainmaker. The first match will be in Tower Control, where players jump on the tower and ride into enemy territory, while stopping at checkpoints along the way to the goal. Control the tower, and you win.
Dynamo in the yellow, Rising Moon in the purple. Dynamon making the first approach to the tower. Dynamon initially getting to that first checkpoint. It's got to sit there now, and you have to hold back Rising Moon. Dynamon is the designated tower control expert for Dynamo. Riding that tower, trying to get the splat on Andy, but no! Andy's going to put an end to that movement right there. You got to pay the toll on the tower, and Andy's the one taking collection. Rising Moon still yet to get on the board here. He keeps trying to get a charge on Dynamon. Going to be a little too late. That's a critical splat. for Dynamont. Tower at 5 at this point. Can Dynamute get on top of it? And yes,
And there
they'll
it
get
is.
it with the knockout.
Dynamute are usually pretty serious, but right now there's a lot of smiles. They're very happy right now, not only with just a victory, but a flat-out obliteration.
If you lose a game, you actually have to clear your mind and get ready for the next game.
So we've got the same teams going into round 2, which is splat zones. And the first team to splat all of the zones and defend it for 100 seconds wins.
Let's get this splat zone started on Inkblot, Art Academy. Both teams making a push for the zone. Inky putting in some work right there, and it looks like Rising Moon might have the advantage to get the splat zone, but Dynamute not giving it up at all. Inky backing out of the zone right now, trying to cover some more territory, maybe get a push with that special. Has the splash down ready to go, but no! Takashino's going to say to that splash down. This is a chance to really keep Rising Moon back at the bay as Atubaru holding it down up top.
Once you establish that you own that splat zone, it is tough to take it back.
4-2 advantage, and you saw from the wide view right there, there weren't any Rising Moon players in the same area code as the splat zone, and that'll do it. Another knockout for Dynamute.
So it's best out of 5, and that is 2 wins for Dynamute, and it's looking really good for them. Rainmaker is kind of like football. The first team to grab the Rainmaker and run to the opponent's goal without getting splatted wins.
Rainmaker might be our best mode because we play a lot of quick response.
Sometimes you'll see teams have a designated Rainmaker taker, and then they'll have a support person that follows them, creates lanes, lets them get the job done.
Dynamute, they can make a little bit of a push at the Rainmaker in the middle of the map here, Ashley.
Yeah, they've got 3 of them right there with the Rainmaker. They're going to try to take out Andy with that Charger. I mean, I think that he is the most dangerous man on the field for Dynamute. Oh,
Double
wow.
splat right here by
Splat with the
Dynamute.
Rainmaker.
It is 3-1 on the field. Oh, Wakaroon going to go for the slam dunk. Nothing in his way. However, that splat bomb might get him.
And
Wakaroon.
oh, wow. Dynamute are powerhouses. It's clearly evident why they're the favorites. Dynamute will move on to the finals as Rising Moon's tournament comes to an end.
It was really tense. We had a little disappointment. Everybody in my team is very happy to be here.
The Blue Ringed Octolings are the underdogs against Deadbeat. Whoever wins will face off against Dynamute.
Best of 5. We're going to start with some tower control.
Tower control is probably one of my favorite modes. As a carbon player, if you slam that on the tower, you can just annihilate whoever's on there. That's a lot of fun.
Deadbeat back on the tower. They want to push it to the second checkpoint and increase their lead over Blue Ringed Octolings. 1:30 left. They're going to the 3rd checkpoint. What do they have to do here, Ashley, to get past?
They've got to defend, and it looks like they're doing a really good job. Maddie Kuma gets stuck inside that ink storm. I mean, the toxic mist is so tough to survive, and there's the
And
game.
Deadbeat riding the tower, able to avoid a couple of flanking opportunities.
Deadbeat takes tower control in Game 1 of this best of 5 semifinals. Splat Zones is next.
Splat zones is our best mode because we tend to play a more defensive role.
Let's get you started with action here. Blue Ringed Octolings in the green, Deadbeat in the blue, SpongeBob getting some work done in an early control of the splat zone. Now let's get that timer rolling again for Deadbeat as they've built a sizable lead early in this one. Deadbeat sitting at the top and forcing everyone away from the zone.
Indeed, and once you have that splat zone, as you can see right now, it is hard to take back.
3, 2, and 1, and that will do it.
The second game goes to Deadbeat, who are now 1 win away from a date with Dynamute in the finals. A game of Rainmaker is next.
Rainmaker relies on coordination. So the less coordination you have, the weaker your push is probably going to be.
66-55 advantage, Deadbeat, 1:16 left, 2-2 on the field at this point. Maddie Kuma trying to keep Deadbeat away from that Rainmaker. Latia's just going to go and try and get it out of there, feeling the pressure from Deadbeat. Deadbeat putting some pressure. Tim with a critical splat. Tim with 2 critical splats right there. And the splash down. That could be huge to help Deadbeat. 13 seconds left. Let's finish this one out here. Deadbeat, all they have to do is play some defense, protect that Rainmaker at all costs. However, SpongeBob has a chance to force this thing into overtime. SpongeBob has to bust the shield. Can they do it in time? Yes, we're headed to overtime, 66-15, but no! Deadbeat, a clean, methodical sweep.
I did force overtime, but there was no one around me and we finished right away.
So Blue Ring Octolings put up a good fight, but they didn't quite make it. We're sad to see them go, but it's okay. They did an amazing job.
We've just been through so much together. We're good friends. And I'm looking forward to keep playing competitively.
Coming up next, we're going to see Dynamute and Deadbeat in the finals.
したっていうふうな気持ちでこれからスプラトゥーン2をプレイしていけるっていうのがすごい嬉しいですね。
Winning the tournament would be so great for us to be number one in the world.
So it's best out of 7, and again, it's going to be a mix between Rainmaker, Splatoon, Turf War, and Tower Control.
Deadbeat has found their stride recently. Dynamute dominant since the beginning. Early action, Dynamute getting out to the middle of the Splat Zone, but Deadbeat has a chance. It's going back and forth early on. Frantic match that we have here, Ashley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slight lead for Deadbeat. 10 seconds left. This might be headed into overtime. We'll see. It's still up for grabs. First team to seize control. And now Dynamute in control. We're going to certainly go to overtime here.
Yeah.
Now Deadbeat can take control of the Splat Zone. It's going to be over. They'll get the victory. 20 seconds left. Dynamute, they just need to hold on. We see the tension missiles. They lost control. Can Deadbeat seize control? And Deadbeat going to do a fine job in overtime.
Team Deadbeat shocks Team Dynamute in the opening game, handing them their first loss of the day and jumping out to an early 1-0 lead in the best of 7 series. Next up, it's Tower Control, Team Dynamute's specialty.
Well, let's see if Deadbeat can be ready for the onslaught coming from Dynamute up top. Here comes the splashdown, and the tower is going to get to the first checkpoint. This could be a moment of truth as that tower is now at the final checkpoint for Dynamute. Can they get through the checkpoint? 19:26, 8 seconds left. Hang in there with us, folks. 19:20, and the lead is going to go to Dynamute as they claim it the last second. 2 seconds left, and Dynamute with the last pivotal push, and you see the emotion from their team.
Team Dynamute maintains their tower control dominance, tying up the series 1 apiece. Team Deadbeat will have to regroup quickly to slow Dynamute's momentum going into Game 3. The always chaotic Turf War.
2-14 right now. Pretty even match at this point. Deadbeat with a slight advantage of ink coverage on the map. They're trying to get a push into Dynamute territory.
Now we're going to see the wonderful and painful Stingray.
Oh! Power going to get splashed by Wakaroon, and here comes Dynamute starting to make a push through the middle. 18 seconds left. 4-3 on the field. 4-2. This is the chance for Deadbeat to make a final push and keep Dynamute at bay. 6 seconds left. 4-2. Here comes the specials, we are sure. 3-3 at this point, and this is going to be much closer, I think.
A lot of purple, though.
And yes, Judd agrees.
Team Deadbeat with the win and are back on top. But we know Dynamute will not go down without fight. Rainmaker is next.
Dynamon with the Rainmaker moving across the grates at this point, trying to get a couple critical splash. And this is going to start to move their score much quicker. Oh, we've got 31-47, but a critical splash. Great defense by Hexman. They need one more push Dynamute here. They don't have much time left on the clock. Here comes the final push. Expect the match to come down to this right here. Trying to get the push. Getting flamed from behind. 3 seconds left. Is that going to do it? And that'll do it.
Team Dynamute runs out of time, and Deadbeat find themselves 1 win away from the unthinkable, defeating Dynamute. Dynamute looking concerned, but we're going into tower control, which is one of their strongest modes.
Game 5 of the Grand Finals. Tower Control, Moray Towers. Deadbeat in the blue. 1 more victory, and they will be your champions. Meanwhile, Dynamute inking for their lives. Takashino going to ride that tower. Early advantage right now, 90-100. Hopping off the tower, going to lose the one-on-one to Tim, though. As Deadbeat going to ride this to the first checkpoint. They've got a 4-3 advantage. They've got to lock it down here at this point. Dynamon trying to push into Deadbeat territory. Meanwhile, Dynamute going to hop on the tower. Dynamon got that Stingray ready to go. Looking to try to get a couple critical splats. This is where Dynamute clutched victory away from the grasp of Deadbeat last time. Can they do it again? This could be the final 18 seconds of our tournament. 6-41 lead for Deadbeat. You see Deadbeat pushing deep into Dynamute territory. However, that splashdown will be negated. 10 seconds left. Can Dynamute get on the tower to force overtime? Width on the tower. 5 more seconds from the Splatoon Sterling Squid. If Deadbeat can hold it, but no! Dynamute's gonna hop on top. We're into overtime. It just needs 1 more Deadbeat to hop on top. Meanwhile, Dynamute, they can still claim victory and push this into another mode. And they're looking strong. They have 1 more checkpoint to get to. Deadbeat
Everybody's jumping on the tower right now.
Everyone's jumping on the tower, as you said. Wind trying to get a couple splats. It's got his in this checkpoint. Triple splat! Sound the air horn! Victory! Deadbeat! And they couldn't have done it in more dramatic fashion. Unbelievable performance.
Deadbeat came from behind. Their momentum was up, and they are now the champions. Mr. Nagami, the creator of Splatoon 2, is here to present the Sterling Squid Trophy to Deadbeat.
優勝したデッドビートの皆さん、本当におめでとうございます。
We are the 2017 Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational Champions. I heard you weren't sure that you could be the champions. Is this true?
Well, yes. This is just a good step forward for what's to come in the future.
Congratulations, guys. You guys earned it. You did an amazing job. They came, they saw, they splatted. Until next time, see you later.